Welcome to another episode of BME Presents. I am bringing you the contemporary gospel episode. Of course, I'm your host, Shannon GJ, and we're bringing church to BME Presents. We have Grace Gilliam, who gets us dancing to the Jesus slide on this here stage. We also have Mike E., formerly of the Neptunes, who is gracing us with his presence and kicking off his single, Faithful. You won't want to go anywhere. My boy Tony Brown is out at William & Mary, showing us the hip-hop archives. And of course, we have a little comma day. 30 minutes of BME Presents starts when? Right now.
Battle Music and Entertainment presents the Golden Boy YP debut his hot new single, Follow You. Check out YP the Golden Boy on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Don't forget to go purchase you a copy on CD Baby, iTunes, and BME757.com. Let's go!
She walked by, broke my neck.
We are continuing with season 5, and it is just, to me, the most awesome season ever. Of course, I'm a little biased, but today is extra, extra special because my first on-the-couch interview is with a woman who's, first of all, got amazing hair. But even more than that, the song that she has out right now, the Jesus Slide, is special. And I can't wait to show you guys later, but welcome. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
The Jesus Slide. All right. So tell me, what made you think about creating such an amazing song and dance? What made you do this?
Well, first of all, I absolutely love to dance, and I was at home and was dancing, and
By yourself?
yeah, I was by myself.
Okay. In the mirror, just chilling, hanging out.
I
right?
actually was in the mirror.
Yes. Okay, I'm just trying to put it all together. You're at home, you're in the mirror, and then you get this amazing thought.
Right.
Yeah.
I got the thought to do a Christian line dance, and I came up with some dance moves, and then I totally forgot about it.
Okay.
And then a friend called about a surprise party for another friend who was actually a pastor. And I know he doesn't dance, and he doesn't really listen to any secular type of music. So I was thinking, you know, it brought back to my memory the Jesus slide. So I ended up working on the dance first. And
Before
then,
you went to the party?
Yeah. Before I went to the party.
I like it.
I worked on the dance, and then I put the words together from there, and the Jesus slide came about.
So did you know any producers? Like, I mean, because a lot of people are like, they think about a song, but they don't know who to contact to actually make it come to fruition and then have a video on YouTube. I mean, you really did this.
Yes.
So tell me the process that you went through. Like, when you had this idea, but how did you actually make it happen?
Well, once I wrote the song and had the dance moves together, I spoke with my cousin and I asked him, you know, who would be a great producer for this track. So I sung it to him, and then he referred me to Stacy P. And, and he created it in, I would say, less than an hour.
Oh, wow.
The track, yeah.
So you had the words first, and then he put the music to it.
And I
the
told
song
him,
is amazing, by the way. It really is. I love it. I mean, it kind of makes you feel good. I love songs like that.
right. And like I said, it didn't take long. I told him, you know, what instruments I was looking for, how I wanted the beat to be. You know, I just wanted it. I didn't want it to sound like traditional gospel music. I wanted it to be out the box because that's what I am.
Right.
Yeah.
And well, I was a little nervous because, you know, I have a Christian artist coming in here, and I had on my go out in the club boots, you know, and then I see her and her dancers come in looking super fly, and I was like, okay, good. I don't feel so bad.
Yes, leather
So,
pants and high heels for
looking
Jesus.
super
Praise
fly,
him.
right? Exactly. So 10,000 hits on YouTube as of right now.
As of yesterday.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
990,000 to go.
Right. So go on YouTube and
Go
look
on
at Jesus
iTunes.
Slide, and then go on iTunes and buy the song for 99 cents because YouTube is free, right? And we're trying to get paid, of course. Exactly. What's next? Are you thinking about another song, another slide? Because slides seem to happen every month.
Well, I've been speaking to some people. I'm not going to put any names out, but a remix will be coming for it.
Nice.
But I also have another song called "Runaway" that
Okay.
that I will be releasing in March.
Now, what do you do outside of singing? Are there other things that are going on? I mean, because right now it's like you just had this idea So you're a singer and an artist, and you also have your own publishing company.
Right.
But what else do you do? Anything else?
Well, as far as publishing is concerned, I'm actually working with someone now on a project. So we'll see what happens.
This is like the Shark Tank up in here. You know, she was like, I had a really good idea while I was dancing by myself, and now I'm about to get paid on iTunes. That's what BME Presents is all about.
Oh, it's also on Amazon, Google Play, as well.
Plug it. And where can they find you, where can they find Grace Gilliam?
Well, you can find me on Facebook, www.
It's just Facebook. Yeah. What's your name on Facebook?
You can find me on Facebook, Grace Lerone Publishing.
How do you spell Lerone?
Lerone.
Okay.
And also, I'm on Twitter. You can at Jesus Slide, and
Instagram?
at Jesus Slide.
Okay.
Yeah.
So y'all follow her on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We'll make sure to have that on BMEpresents.com as well, so just in case you didn't get that information. But do not go anywhere. Don't you go anywhere, because we got some other people in the audience out there. Let me hear you. Who are here to actually show us how to do the Jesus Slide. And if I come back on the set without my shoes on, don't judge me, okay? Because I dance better without heels on. We'll be right back.
Battle Music and Entertainment presents the Golden Boy YP debuting his hot new single, Follow You. Check out YP the Golden Boy on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Don't forget to go purchase you a copy on CD Baby, iTunes, and BME757.com. Let's go!
She walked by, broke my neck.
All right, out there, let's stretch. Get ready for the Jesus. Just kidding. Maybe the robot. Just kidding. All right, it is time to see the Jesus Side come to life in the BME Presents studio. All right, Grace, go.
Do you want to do the Jesus slide? Come on and do the Jesus slide in 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go.
Slide to the left, but you wanna be right. Strut to the front, now praise him how you want. Come on and shout it on back. Let's go to the cross. By the parade, you don't wanna be lost. Slide to the left, but you wanna be right. Strut to the front, now praise him how you want. Come on and shout it on back. Let's go to the cross. By the parade, you don't wanna be lost. Do the Jesus slide. Come on, everybody, let's do the Jesus slide. Come on and dance with me. The Jesus slide. If you're not ashamed, let's do the Jesus slide. The Jesus slide.
I get so excited, I can't even hide it. When I think of Jesus, my feet get to sliding. I just wanna shout, I just wanna dance. When you hear that beat, get up on your feet. Do the Jesus slide with
Do
me.
the Jesus slide. Come on, everybody, let's do the Jesus slide. Come on and dance with me. The Jesus slide. If you're not ashamed, let's do the Jesus slide. The Jesus slide.
God, it's so amazing, I can't help but praise it. No, I'm not ashamed, you can call me crazy. I just wanna shout, I just wanna dance. If you love the Lord, get up on the floor and praise him while you can.
Slide to the left, but you wanna be right. Straight to the front, now praise him how you want. Come on and shout it on back. Let's go to the cross. By the parade, you don't wanna be lost. Slide to the left, but you wanna be right. Strut to the front, now praise him how you want. Come on and shout it on back. Let's go to the cross. By the parade, you don't wanna be lost. Do the Jesus slide. Come on, everybody, let's do the Jesus slide. Come on and dance with me. Let Jesus slide. If you're not ashamed, let's do the Jesus slide. The Jesus slide.
Do you wanna do the Jesus slide? Come on and do the Jesus slide. We're gonna switch it up this time. Everybody freestyle.
Come on and dance.
If you love Jesus, Jesus slide, Jesus slide. Everybody do the Jesus slide, Jesus slide, Jesus slide. Everybody do the Jesus slide.
Dance, dance. Come on and dance. You don't wanna be lost. Slide to the left, but you wanna be right. Strut to the front, now praise him how you want. Come on and shout it on back. Let's go to the cross. Out of glory, you don't wanna be lost. Take a Jesus slide. Come on, yeah.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Tony Brown with BME Presents. I'm here at William & Murray Swin Library with Kevin Kasanovich, the curator and founder of the William & Murray Hip Hop Collection. How you doing today, Kevin?
I'm good, yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for having us out. So tell us a little bit about how the William & Murray Hip Hop Collection came about.
Okay, so basically, it got started in September of 2012. Sort of put the blast out on social media saying that we're going to start this. And then, we've been building ever since. Got the idea from my own personal sort of work, trying to finish my dissertation. Spent a lot of time at the Cornell Hip Hop Collection, researching, that first generation that came out of the Bronx. And so from there I realized, well, this is great era, great history. Virginia also has a different era, but just as important and profound a history.
Right.
So that's why we wanted to do that.
Right, that's cool. So is William & Murray the only university in the United States that has a hip-hop collection?
No. So there's 6 total, including William & Mary. So like I said, there's Cornell, there's one at Harvard, Clark Atlanta University, University of Houston, and Tulane. So 6 nationally, and what's great so far is that since small group, and we all seem to be focused on a specific area, a specific region, a specific history. So far nobody's stepping on anybody's toes, which is nice.
That's cool. That's cool. So the cool thing about the William & Murray Hip Hop Collection is that it features a lot of artists, or mainly artists from Virginia.
Yeah, I mean the way that we try to collect it and sort of build this, we think of it as sort of building a historical community in a lot of ways. So what we focus on is Virginia born, Virginia raised, or Virginia based artists. So as well as just any of the folks that have an interest in hip hop culture, or want to talk about it, and they're, have some sort of connection to Virginia, and we're increasingly sort of pushing it out, making it mid-Atlantic as well. But yeah, I mean this is where we're at. This is a history that we feel has been neglected, or ignored.
Well, you can't sleep on Virginia. We got some of the best national artists and national producers that came out of Virginia with Chris Brown, Trey Songz, Missy, Timbaland. The list goes on. I know you got collections and pieces from each of those people in your collection.
Yeah, and we really want to highlight that. Folks may know these people today. Chris Brown, Timbaland, Missy, Pharrell. The Neptunes. These folks, they're well known today. Of course, international superstars, and a lot of folks. They might not know that they come from Virginia.
Right.
So we want to make sure to sort of hammer that point home that these are Virginia folks. Their sound comes from Virginia. The reason why popular music of the last 20-25 years sounds the way it does is because of Virginia.
Yes, exactly. A lot of production came out of Virginia.
I mean, we can't forget Teddy Riley,
Teddy Riley, exactly. Speaking of which, I got a couple pieces in the collection we're going to show y'all a little bit later, but Kevin, what's your favorite item in the collection?
Oh, man. Well, the way I think of them is that I like to think of them as that they're all
your children.
They're all my children. I mean, putting it together.
Yo, we're at the William & Murray Hip Hop Collection. Look what we came across. Pow! Tony B and the Electric Warriors. This is one of the albums that I put out in 19-something overseas. This was me as an artist. Boom. This is another one, 2002. This is me as a producer, artist Jason Alias. Sounds of Virginia Records. Party all night to still bang.
These are sort of unique, one-of-a-kind items that show this really dynamic, rich history of Virginia hip-hop. So, they're all my children, so I can't say,
What's your favorite piece?
I don't say that, but one things that I think that, sort of thematically what my favorite are the oral histories. Because in terms of the other hip-hop collections that are out there, this is what really sets us apart, is the fact that we're sitting down, we're doing oral histories with the folks in the collection, so that people will be able to come and hear the history of Virginia hip hop straight from the folks who created it. You know, so we're trying not to be where it's like William and Mary's telling you what is history, or I'm telling you what is history.
You're hearing it from the people who created the history.
They're telling you what history is because they made it, right? So it's important.
Cool. That's cool. We're going to run around and take a look at your collection. And how long is it going to be on display here at the library?
Till August 4th.
Till August 4th?
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, thank you.
Well, it was my pleasure. Good to see you again.
Good to see you again, too.
Cool.
I got to interview him this time. He interviewed me for the collection last time, so the tables turned around. Shannon, we coming back to you, baby.
Welcome back. Continuing our contemporary gospel episode. I am feeling much life right now, just with all of the positive energy that's in the studio this evening. And continuing with the positive energy, I've got a gentleman that some of you may know, especially if you follow R&B and hip hop and the evolution of music. Welcome, Mike E.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I'm glad you're here and cannot wait to get into your story. Those who may be familiar with you or may say, like, he looks familiar, you know, is that Mike E. from the Neptunes, used to work with Teddy Riley and Pharrell. That is him. Yeah. But you've had an evolution. You started off with Teddy Riley and Pharrell, and you are in a totally different place in your life. So give me where you were and how you got started, and now where you are. And I know it's not, I said contemporary gospel, but you said world music. So how you got into world music today?
For me, I always grew up in the church. My parents were really, really into church and just God. They were committed to the life of living toward the Lord. So growing up in that household, I definitely was in church all the time, Wednesday night prayer meetings and all that. So that's where I was introduced to gospel music. From that perspective, grew up listening to like James Moore, Daryl Coley, James Cleveland, C.L. Franklin, like old Sam Cooke, you know, gospel artists.
You're taking us back.
Yeah, so those were the things that I grew up listening to. Then, you know, when I got in school and you start encountering other people, it exposes you to different kinds of music. In high school, that's where I met Pharrell.
So from the Neptunes, you then went on to do your own thing. You and Pharrell separated, but still friends, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And so when did you discover that you wanted to make a change from secular music, and I don't really like that word, but from what you were doing, mainstream music, into what you are doing now, where you're reaching God and bringing people closer to Him?
I just had that experience where God became real to me. You know, I had always been in church, got baptized at 12, but then I had an experience with God where I knew He was real. So
can you tell me that experience, or was it too intimate and close?
Honestly, I can tell. I don't mind, because it can help someone. You know, I was like deep in the different things, smoking weed. You know, I was like really promiscuous and things like that. But my mom asked me to come to a revival one night, and I was sitting up in the balcony of the revival, and then I left. You know, I was leaving, so I thought. And as I'm leaving out of the church doors, I just feel something like grab me.
Wow.
Yeah, literally, and it wouldn't let me out. From then on, and that experience, man, I still was doing secular music, but it was something different.
Right.
And one day I remember driving in a limo after I had like performed with Jagged Edge on a promotional tour, and the gospel music came on the radio, and I just started crying in the limo, like, and I knew something had to change then. So, you know, from that point, it was like I didn't even want to do music no more because of just my experience. It was
probably
negative.
was so different.
Yeah, and a lot of bad things happened, you know, with the label, just a lot of crazy stuff. So it was like I had this bad taste in my mouth for music, and for a long time. I mean, a long, long time, years.
When did you get back? When did you start
About
picking
4
up
years
again?
ago.
Okay.
About 4 years ago, No Malice, who used to be in the Clips, Pusha T's brother, he did an album called Hear Ye Him, and he reached out to me one day and was like, I want you to do something on it. And then when I produced the track for that album, that's when I realized that God was calling me back to music, to do something different, to do something that hadn't, in my opinion, been done. So, and to do it my way, but still godly content, but my musical influence is in it.
It's amazing.
Definitely.
So we'll see the in-studio performance.
Yes.
People can find Faithful.
Yes.
Right? That is out.
iTunes as well, yes.
Okay. However, what's next? Are we going to have an album soon?
Well, you know what? It's interesting. Yes, the album's being finished. Also, I have a song with Brittany Tierra, who's a local artist in Virginia.
We love Brittany Tierra.
That's my girl. She's dope.
I think she's an amazing talent. You're going to hear a lot from her, but we have an incredible record together. And I actually hooked back up with Pharrell in June of last year, and we've been talking. So I'm hopeful and thinking that that's going to happen because I know it's God's plan. You know what I mean? So reconnecting with him has been amazing, and seeing how God transitioned and had a plan for all of this stuff to happen. So I'm excited about the possibilities. I don't even want to like say, because eyes haven't seen and ears haven't heard. The Bible says that hasn't entered in the hearts of men the things God has prepared for them that love him. So even my interpretation of what God is doing can't even articulate what he's
put it into words.
Right, what he's going to actually do.
Let's just hope that we are all here to see it happen.
Oh, we will be. Everybody's going to be here to see it. Y'all going to be here to see it.
Absolutely.
It's done. It shall be done.
And with all of the, there's negative press all the time, and you hear about relationships and failed relationships and artists who used to be friends and aren't friends. I want to say that it's just so nice to hear that somebody you were at Princess Anne High School with in Virginia Beach, even if you guys went your separate ways, that you guys are still connected. That's a beautiful thing.
Well, it says a lot about who he is.
Absolutely.
As a person.
And who you are as a person.
Right. And the relationship we had that, went deeper than just the surface. For him to, even just to talk to him, that is like absorbing that and seeing some of the creative things. And he hit me after the Grammys, and I hit him up, and he hit me back, and we talked, and that was like, wow, man, this dude just got 3 Grammys, and is just the top producer probably of this era right now. And just to have a conversation, with that person, that right there is God himself.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So people living would die for that. So for me, it was just like inspiration to keep going, to keep pressing, and confirmation of what God is doing.
Well, I'm so happy that God brought you here. How about that?
He's good, ain't he?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm going to see you in a few minutes. I can't wait to see you perform. Don't y'all go anywhere.
Wait to do it's going to be all right for y'all. Y'all going to love this.
I'm so happy to have met you, Mike. I hope to be able to meet you again.
I'm happy to have met you. I'm sure God's got some great things planned for you, as well as the whole BME
I know that's
movement.
True, right?
Yeah, so I'm honored because what you guys are doing is amazing as well.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Y'all don't go away. And before we leave, thank you, and please let them know exactly where to find you.
BME Presents is sponsored by Tranquility Manor Residential Care Services. Caring, compassionate, professional. For more information, call 757-405-1520. Hi, I'm Cashmere, and you're watching Season 5 of BME Presents. Join me next week for Cashmere's Fashion Corner, where I'll be bringing you the latest in fashion news and trends.
It is time for our next in-studio performance. Welcome to the Mike E. Show, featuring none other than Mike E.
All over the nation, everybody's been waiting, and people getting impatient. The economy's hurting, a lot of folks ain't working, and jobs are uncertain. But through it all, we're learning. Be thankful, and know that God is able. We ain't got time to be or for all the racial tension. Won't you listen? So we can see, I just believe in the days. I can feel it in my hands, I can feel it in my feet, all over me. Everything
much fun in this episode. Y'all don't even know. I'm gonna be dancing to Jesus Slide and singing real hard and passionate like Mike E. tonight in the shower, pretending like I have an audience. Don't think nasty thoughts, okay? It's just me singing in the shower. Anywho, thank you, Mike E. Thank you, Grace Gilliam, and all of your awesome dances. It was so much fun having y'all. Thank you, Tony Brown. And of course, thank you guys. Y'all support us every single week, and we greatly appreciate the love that we receive. I will be here next week, and I expect for you too. Same time, same place. Good night.
Everything's gonna be alright. Yes, it will. I just believe everything's gonna be alright.
This has been a Battle Music and Entertainment production.